Y'all read the title. We are letting artificial intelligence take over the world. Why not let it draft a fantasy football team for us and see how it does? Now, I know a lot of people are asking the question, hey, ChatGPT only goes back to 2021. Are we drafting an all 2021 team? To that I say, the best way to predict the future is to look at the past. Now, so we are going to do this by, let's add you to the stream, using an alternative to ChatGPT called Google Bard. Google Bard is literally the same thing as ChatGPT, just Google's version of it. And since Google created this, that means we have access to the internet using it. If you guys have messed around with ChatGPT, if you've messed around with Google Bard, if you mess around with any AI tools, there obviously still is work to be done here, okay? They are not perfect. They are far from perfect. They are further away from perfect than human beings are right now. But within a year or two, these will be fucking unbelievably powerful tools. So for some of you guys, this might be your first introduction to AI. Now, one of the important things to know about AI is the answers that it gives you when you're using a tool like ChatGPT or Google Bard will typically only be as good as the questions that you ask. So I wrote up a prompt that will help us narrow down exactly what we're looking for in this fantasy draft. And this is how we're going to be drafting based on when I'm on the clock. This is the prompt I wrote up, and we will be filling it out as we draft our team. So I said, Mr. AI prompt, in a half PPR fantasy football draft, who should I select between the four options? And I will choose four options that I think are reasonable, four options that I think will work best for the team that we are building in this league. And I gave him the scoring settings. You start one quarterback, two running backs, three wide receivers, one tight end, and a flex consisting of either whatever. So far, my roster is comprised of, and every time we make a pick, I will throw a player into the starting lineup that we have, and we'll see what it comes back with. We'll see if it's smart enough to know that maybe we shouldn't double, triple, quadruple up on specific positions. Let's see if it looks at positional scarcity. Let's see if it looks at value over the replacement level. I don't know. We haven't done this before, but I think it's a cool little thought experiment to see what happens when we're on the clock, what happens when we throw it some information in real time and see what it comes up with. So we will be doing this in real time. I will continue to update the options. I will continue to update the starting lineup, and I will reinsert it into Google Bard and see what the answers come to. So for right now, I'm going to throw the draft invite into our Discord. So if you're not already in our Discord, make sure you go join it down below. It's absolutely free. We need 11 to fill it up, and we will be drafting on Underdog as always. Where art thou? How you doing? There we go. We're filled. So I'll be going back and forth. I'm hoping I'm not on the turn, so I got a little bit of time in between to reset the prompts and stuff like that. 3, 2, 1, filled. You guys are fucking quick, man. Nothing new here, but all right, beautiful. We're at the 107. So let's start to get the juices flowing a little bit. We'll assume Jefferson's off the board. We'll assume Jamar Chase is off the board. We'll assume C-Mac, Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp. Let's go. We'll go Kelsey, Diggs, A.J. Brown, and Eckler and see what it comes back with. I start at 15 seconds. Now, I'm not going to put it through because I know a bunch of fuckboys are out there watching it and seeing what it comes back with, and we will have to pivot and move as the game is going. This is going to be this could be terrible. This could be awesome. I don't know how this is going to turn out. Regardless, the drafts are always fun. So you can join us on Underdog. If you've never drafted on Underdog, I would just go download the app right now and start fucking around with it. It's incredible. They've even got NFL season long props, so you can take the over unders, more lower, lesser lie. I fucking forgot all the verbiage we're supposed to be using, to be honest with you. Really fun. Really good shit. These drafts are extremely addicting. $3 to enter. You obviously win money if you win them. So go download the app. Use promo code BDGE if it's your first time drafting. They'll hit you with a 100% deposit match. Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase off the board. All right, guys, we're 3 picks into it. We're going to fucking sink all the clock. We're going to sink all the clock on every pick. Have a day. What's going on in the chat? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, right. Can we make some picks over here, guys? Let's go. Like this stream's going to take in 2 hours if you guys are strategizing. You're not robots. All right, we're on the clock. Eckler's off the board. He's off the board. Ooh, Cooper Kupp's still there. Let's get him out of there. Eckler's already taken. Please don't give me Eckler. Please don't tell me Eckler. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. 12. Based on your roster, I would recommend drafting Cooper Kupp. We'll go back to the analysis afterwards. Cool. Based on your roster and the other players available, I would recommend drafting Cooper Kupp. He is a clear-cut wide receiver, 1.5 PPR format, and you should be able to put up big numbers even with the addition of Allen Robinson to the Rams receiving corps. He's a relatively safe pick as he's been very consistent. Stephon Diggs is another good option, but he is boomer bust. He's more boomer bust than Kupp. I like how they're throwing out boomer bust terminology here, too. He has potential to put up huge games, but he also has some games where he is held in check. A.J. Brown is a good player, but he's coming off an injury, and his quarterback situation is a bit uncertain. So it looks like Google Bard is pulling from 2022. See what it comes back with. You could have full conversations with it. What do you mean? What is it doing right now? What is this doing? We're going to reset. We're going to throw Cooper Kupp in our wide receiver 1, and then we'll go from there. This is tough having to update the names as the picks are happening. Kupp, Diggs, Wilson, A.J. Brown, CeeDee Lamb. Who's going to be available by the time it gets to me? Ow! Right, I'm on Roz out of there. Who's left right now? Let's say Taylor, Chubb, Barkley, Devontae Adams. But 2 of these guys are definitely going to be gone by the time I'm up there. Pick away. There goes Chubb. Olave could take his spot. Jonathan Taylor's gone. And let's see, Devonta Smith. Do you think, Caddy? I know this is Bard. We got to move. We got to move. I recommend selecting Devontae Adams. All right. We'll listen to you. Here are my reasons. You already have a strong wide receiver 1 in Cooper Kupp, so you need to focus on adding another high-end wide receiver 2 or 3. Adams is a proven stud who has finished as a top 5 wide receiver in PPR scoring each of the past 4 seasons. It's pretty good. Head PPR scoring is more beneficial for wide receivers than RBs, so you should prioritize drafting wide receivers early in your draft. Adams is a safer pick than Saquon Barkley, who's had his injury issues in recent years. Olave and Smith are both talented young wide receivers, but they're still unproven. I would rather wait to draft them in later rounds. Here's how I would rank the 4 players: Adams, Saquon. That's honestly, that's not bad. That's better analysis than fucking half of these schmucks on YouTube, to be honest. If we're being real here. If we're being real here. All right. So now we have penciled in let's copy that. Put it back in here. And we have Devontae Adams there. All right, back to the draft board. After we had Mahomes, Saquon, DeVonta Smith, Tony Pollard, Ramondre Stevenson. I still feel like the running backs are just insane values in these drafts. Pollard, Ramondre at the 2-3 turn is crazy, but I'm glad like Chris Olave is not going at the 2-2 anymore. And it looks like we've officially pushed Jalen Waddle all the way up to the 2-1. Let's get these names ready. I was first in my elementary school class in type to learn. So I feel confident that I could write 4 names in the span of about 8 seconds. Josh Jacobs. Let's see who's going to be available here. Henry's probably going to go. I'll say Ridley, Debo, Amari Cooper. Henry. See if DK or Mark Andrews is available here. There goes Amari. All right. So DK. I'm gonna throw Lamar Jackson there and see if they take a liking to the QB position. That was all fucked up. I'm autistic. I'm sorry. Here are my thoughts. Who? Here's how I'd rank them: Debo, Ridley, DK Metcalf, Lamar Jackson. They give us a whole breakdown of each player. Calvin Ridley is a talented wide receiver who had a monster season in 2019, but he missed all of last season due to a mental health hiatus. He's still a great player, but there's some risk involved in drafting him. Debo Samuel is a versatile wide receiver who can line up in the slot and wide in the backfield. He's a threat to score every time he touches the ball. He's a great fit for the Shanahan offense in San Francisco. This feels like these are those like tweet threads. Given your roster, I'd recommend drafting Debo Samuel with your next pick. You already have a strong wide receiver one. Cooper Kupp and Samuel would give you another high-end wide receiver two as versus whatever. I don't hate the team so far. Cooper Kupp, Monte Adams, Debo Samuel. I'm not like the biggest fan of Debo Samuel. Your mix sounds like it's being jizzed on. That's nice. Should I am I too close? I don't know what Tony did. Also, I have multiple fans coming at me right now because our office is so hot. Great call. Almost forgot to update my roster. I was supposed to be making a case for why these are all good picks, and I haven't done that yet. Honestly, it's just moving so quickly that it's hard for me to pay attention to what's happening and uh, move this as it's working. So after Debo, we had DK, Travis Etienne at 3-9, Mark Andrews, Lamar Jackson, Najee Harris, Calvin Ridley. All right, let's make the upside and the downside case for these guys. Cooper Kupp, I don't have to waste my time. Devontae Adams, like they said, he's been a top 5 guy in PPR leagues 4 straight years. I'm worried about Jimmy G capping his upside and forcing some bad games out of him. But then again, he's fucking Devontae Adams, so I'm not going to be too concerned about it. Debo Samuel, I'm very concerned being in the San Francisco offense, but they have pretty much just like force plays to him year in and year out. Okay. Oh shit, we're 1 pick away. I don't know how to fucking smell Jabiner Gibbs. Terry McLaurin. Who else should we put in there? Joe Burrow, Michael Williams, or DJ Moore? Ooh. Let's put Joe Burrow. What do you mean? What do you mean you don't have enough information? Oh boy. Reset the chat. You're a fucking scrub. Oh no. No. Yes. Oh no. I fucking blame you, Bard. Bard bitch. Shit. All right. Well, AI already let me down. I do not have enough information about that person to help. What do you mean that person? Who? Who? Which person? Oh my god. Google. Who can I speak to at Google? Yeah, tell me what you're talking about. Think it's Jameer Gibbs? If they fucking I feel like I'm in "Dude, where's my car?" ordering Chinese food right now. And Dan, it's crazy. We already we've already given up. Yeah, maybe it just stopped at 2022. Maybe we'll just never draft rookies. That's fine. Fuck them. Fuck them. Who did I take? I took Gibbs, right? They're not gonna know who Jameer Gibbs is, so I don't wanna fuck this up. Who's a similar player to Jameer Gibbs? Let's say, give me a similar player. Someone give me a similar player to Jameer Gibbs. I need to put him in. Oh, fuck. We are panicking. Oh, Joe Burrow's still available? You're gonna know it'll know Kenneth Walker. Take J.K. Dobbins. Who's my flex? Did I take Gibbs? I did, right? Alvin Kamara. All right, cool. Oh, Aaron Jones. That's a good one. I like how I made a whole ass video being like, this is the person that you should actually take, and he's exactly the same player, and I can't think of a fucking person. Sheesh. All right. So Dobbins was taken. Let's put Alexander Madison in that place. But will it have the updated? Ah! Here's my. Ooh! Oh no! Fuck! We timed out. Given your roster, I think the best pick for you. This is crazy. This is insane because it tells me that Madison is a handcuff to Dalvin Cook, and then it tells me to still take Madison over those guys. I'm so glad I took Joe Burrow instead. Joe Burrow is a great quarterback. Thank you. He should be a top 10 fantasy quarterback. However, you already have a good starting quarterback in Aaron. What? I already have a good starting quarterback in Aaron Jones. Thank you for that analysis. So I don't think you need to take Burrow here. Walker is a talented running back who could break out in 2023. He's still a bit of a risk as he is a rookie and he'll be sharing carries with Rashad Penny. Amazing. Yeah. So clearly it only goes up to 2022. And clearly it's also autistic like me. AI, I'm telling you, AI stinks still. AI still stinks at the moment. I think it's probably time we cut this off. It was a fun experiment while it lasted, but this thing's gonna keep telling me fucking Aaron Jones is a goddamn quarterback. It's a quarterback. All right, let's try with Alvin Kamara instead. Maybe he knows Alvin Kamara. Who did I end up taking? Even put Aaron Jones in the damn running back slots. Now we're gonna choose between. Oh shit, we're on the clock. Pierce and Marquise Brown. You've got plenty of time to cook. You have so much time right now. 11, 10, 9. Ah! Oh, Chris Godwin. Okay. Probably needed another running back, but I do like Chris Godwin here. I'm a fan of Godwin, man. I think he's gonna be super underrated this year. I think he's easily surpasses 1,000 to 1,100 yards. Came into the year last year with that ACL tear. He's a guy I'm targeting this year. Godwin is a great wide receiver coming off a torn ACL. He should be healthy for the start of the season, but there's a risk of him being. I tell you, this is like not bad analysis if this was early last year, not this year though. I didn't realize Bard stopped like right now. Is there like an update? Do I have to update this? updates. I'm not. I'm not reading all of it, but I'm happy for you, Bard. You guys read this? Damian Pierce is the talented running back who could have a breakout season in 2023. However, he is still a bit of a risk as he is a rookie and will be sharing carries with Leonard Fournette. He is not as good as Godwin or Akers. Awesome. This is fucking useless. This is useless. Wonder if ChatGPT. No, ChatGPT is only updated to 2021. There might be a paid version of it though that updates you, or that you could use the updated version of it. Like I'm still going back. I'm still dipping back in, even though it's last year's analysis. Lenny with confidence, right? Like it doesn't even like what website are you browsing to get your information, Bard? I'm so sick of Bard. So stupid. I'm telling you, because everybody talks about oh AI. AI is exponential. It's been fucking terrible for a year. Like if it's exponential, it would be ruling the world already. I don't think people understand what the word exponential means. Do you understand what exponential means? Exponential and multiplication are two different fucking things, all right? If AI was exponential and it got exponentially better with the more info that it gets fed, it wouldn't be fucking telling me that Damian Pierce is splitting carries with Leonard Fournette. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't wait to hear what fucking team it thinks DeAndre Swift is on. Stupid ass fucking Bard. Dumbass bitch. Let's go Darren Waller and Brandon Cooks, I guess. I want Brandon Cooks. Did you just fucking use the same thing? Gabriel Davis had a breakout season 2022. Wrong. Who should I take? It tells me to take DeAndre Swift. All right. See, DeAndre Swift is a PPR monster. Darren Waller is a PPR machine. Wow, these dudes really just like browse every site that starts with Roto or Fantasy and just absolutely ripped every writer in this industry. PPR threat, PPR machine, PPR monster. Holy shit. I tell you what, this will take the jobs of a lot of people in this industry. Just because of how bad most people are at this job. Given your roster, I think the best pick for you is DeAndre Swift. You already have two great wide receivers. I have four great wide receivers and a good tight end in Waller. I don't have Waller. I just told you I might draft him. Swift would give you a great RB2 who could help win your league. All right, relax. Relax with that shit. This is based off the one James draft guide. Honestly, that might be a good resource. One change just wins our league all the time for no reason. He can't he can't pronounce half the players he drafts, but somehow they just go nutty for him. All right, we're up in 4 picks. What do we got? Who do we take? Swift, right? Waller's still chilling. Just leave him there, please. So I don't got to retype this shit. Just do me one solid. All right. What do we got? Zay Flowers, Michael Thomas, Cortland Sutton. They're gonna tell me to go with Cortland Sutton. Ooh, Zach Charbonnet. They're gonna tell me to put Javonte if I take him. All right, cool. You took him. Thank you. I guess I'll put Javonte in there. They're gonna tell me that Javonte's about to break out because 'cause they're just feeding me information from last year. Oh. Bruh. Tell me to take Darren Waller. I like that. I like that, man. I tell you, they're, like, so far off, but kinda on for some things. It's not unusable. Zay Flowers is a talented wide receiver who had a good rookie season, okay. He's a big play threat and could have a breakout season in 2023. However, he's still a bit of a risk as a second-year player. He's competing with Marquise Brown and Rashad Bateman for targets. All right. Michael Thomas is a great wide receiver who's coming off an injury-plagued season. He should be healthy for the start of the season. He had a drink if you heard that before. There is some risk of him being limited early on. PPR monster, nice, of course. Waller, PPR machine again. Williams is a talented running back who is coming off of a good season. He's a PPR threat. All right, all right. It's just so bad. It's just so bad. Google, you should be embarrassed. You should have waited to release this product. You should have waited a very long time to release this product. I feel like this is the simplest of information gathering, and it's telling me that Zay Flowers is a sophomore competing with Marquise Brown for targets. What is this? Good lord. You're anyone in here work in HVAC? Anyone here an HVAC professional? RAC's been broken all week. Finally had a guy come to look at it, and now they're saying they need 2 what was it? They need a belt and 2 a belt and 2 compressors maybe? How long is that shit gonna take? 173 people in here, someone's gotta be an HVAC guy. Anyone who's on fantasy football YouTube, I feel like half the people on fantasy football YouTube are HVAC guys. Tell me not. Come on. Who did I add there? Oh, we got a nice starting lineup. Got you. Nah, it was a compressor, 2 compressors and a belt maybe. Like, is this gonna be are we not gonna have AC for another week, or can they do that shit in one day? Or do we gotta order those parts? Is that gonna be another week? My guy, here you go. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, we're on the clock. Uh, uh, oh, James Cook, AJ Dillon. Who else? Who else? David Njoku, Samaje Perine. Oh, shit. Just fucking give me the goods. James Cook. Ugh. Wow. Boy. Cook is a talented running back who could have a breakout season in 2023. He's a pass catching back who could be a big PPR asset. However, he's still a bit of a risk as he is a rookie. No, he's not. He will be competing with Josh Jacobs for touches. Love that. If you ask nicely, I'll let you use my. You think I'm paying for that shit? Fuck no. We already pay $1 million a month in rent. Them motherfuckers will be fixing our air conditioning. Sounds like it's a commercial building. If you need a belt, those shouldn't be too expensive. There's a big difference between capacitors and compressors. If it's capacitors, it should be fixed the same day. Yeah, I don't think it's a capacitor. I think it's a compressor, maybe. I don't know. I'm just fucking yelling. This is a good idea. I'm back at the beginning of the video, though. Yeah, we'll see if you still feel that way when you're caught up to where we are. If it's a compressor, then that's a major repair. It's pretty much like getting a new AC unit. Yeah, this was a problem last summer too, and they like fixed it, and now it's just a problem again. So I don't know if that gives you more context behind it, but Oops. All right, we'll do one more pick with AI, and then we'll move on because this is not the best. Cook, AJ Dillon, Samaje Perine, Tyler Boyd. Don't tell me that. Don't fucking tell me that. If I have AC out again for another week, like I'm actually gonna die. It's so hot in here. It's impossible to work in here. Yeah, we can't even open our windows here. We have central AC that just doesn't work. I'm at the store, bananas or blueberry. Oh shit, we got to make a pick soon. Ugh, not taking Alan Lazard. Ooh, Rashad Penny. Already have Swift. Could work in our favor though. Go Zay Jones. See what they come back with. We put Sky Moore, Rashad Penny, Zay Jones, and David Njoku into here. Oh my god, the analysis is so bad. All right, tell me to take Sky Moore first. We'll do as Mr. Bard says. So we're 10 rounds in and we're scrapping Bard. But that's what you got with AI right now. I thought it would be a fun, cool idea. It turns out it's the worst idea of all time. Don't ever do it. Don't draft your fantasy team with this. However, it's really good at summarizing things, and it's really good at if you're someone like me who, when you write things down, you take notes really sloppily. You could throw them into there, and it'll organize it for you really, really well. It does a lot of cool things well, but this is clearly not fucking one of them. Bananas, 100%. Blueberries are without a doubt like the most overrated berry in in our planet. Like strawberries, the problem with blueberries, actually, well, strawberries are strawberries. It's tough because a lot of the times you get these big fucking boxes of them, and they're just not ripe. They're not ready, or they're mushy, or they go bad really quickly. Like raspberries are so superior. Blackberries are goaded. A good strawberry is elite, but it's hard to buy boxes of it's hard to buy boxes of strawberry and be confident that we're getting a good box here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that could probably work too. Some of the AIs, Eric asks, I wonder if you ask AI to draft a team based on ADP. Like, can you ask it what an ideal draft is round by round based on your draft position? I bet you that could come back with it. You would have to probably have like a CSV or like a Word document that lists all the players in order of their ADP because you could spit into it as much information as it could possibly hold, and it will get back to you really, really quickly. Um, so if you put that information into there and give it the scoring settings and then say, like, this is the ADP, what's a good strategy round by round? Yeah, I'm sure it'll spit something back to you. Can you ask the AI what the best strategies are for fantasy in certain types of leagues? Yeah, you can do that. You guys can do all of that. Sheesh. You can do all of it. All right. We've got 5 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 1 quarterback. Let's check out the QBs. I don't think we need to make moves there because there's still some guys that I like. Don't love the wide receivers, so we're going to sit on them. A couple dudes at not a tight end that I like. I like some running backs and I like some QBs right now. I'm a fan of Herbert. I'm definitely a fan of Jerick McKinnon given his role here. I think we're going to go with actually, you know what? Fuck. Okay. We were going to take Jared Goff, but we took Daniel Jones, which is fine because here's what I was thinking. Looking at the board right now, I do need a QB2, and I feel good about Jared Goff as my QB2. I feel fine about Daniel Jones too, but I kind of wanted Goff. But I looked at DJ Cruz, and he has built a team so far with 0 QBs, and I knew he would take Jared Goff if I didn't take him. Therefore, he just fucking did it. So I was thinking in my next turn, maybe I can get him, but the fact that he had 0 QBs let me know that he was gonna take him, so I figured I had to take one of them, so it worked, I guess. I got Daniel Jones there as my QB2, which I'm completely fine with. Um, but I was looking at some other running back. I think this they're starting to develop, like, really, really obvious pockets of value throughout the drafts. Like, the beginning rounds, you're usually trying to attack the wide receivers here up until where you get to, like, round 4, 5, 6, where I think it swings really, really heavily into, um, value at running back. You're getting, like, the Aaron Joneses, the Mixons, the Dobbins over guys like Jerry Jeudy and Christian Kirk and JSN. To me, that feels fairly fucking obvious. That probably transitions all the way from I feel like rounds 1, 2, 3 are good for wide receivers. Then it emerges into really good value for running backs, all the way from rounds 4-ish to 7, 7, 8-ish. I feel so much more comfortable with Pacheco, Dameon Pierce's, David Montgomery, Cam Akers over like the George Pickenses, the Kadarius Tonys, guys like that. And then once you get into here, it's kinda ugly. I think it pivots back to wide receivers for, like, half a second, but I'd also be looking for tight ends in this spot. I like Evan Ingram a lot. I like David Njoku a lot. Um, but once you get down to, like, 11th, 12th, 13th round, I like the running backs again. I feel like there's some handcuffs that will have some good standalone value. Kendre Miller, Tank Bigsby, Roschon Johnson, Tyler Algier, like, all these guys I'd be comfortable with, especially over scrub-ass wide receivers like there are on the list. What are your thoughts? Oh, I'm on the clock. Uh, alright. Alright, there's still some good running backs here. I kinda like Elijah, I kinda like Tank Bigsby. Is there a wide receiver we like? Not really. I'll go Elijah here. I think he'll play a nice little role in the offense. Even when C-Mac was back and Elijah was back at the end of last year, I think Elijah still saw, like, double-digit touches. I was excited about him. Thoughts on Jaylen Warren for Dynasty? I'm not, like, overly excited about I've been excited about him for redraft for quite a while now, obviously. I'm sure you guys have, you know, picked up on the way that I feel about him, but I think he's pretty much more a nuance to Najee than he is, like, his own player at this point, and I don't know if he'll ever have, like, super standalone value while Najee is there, and Najee's on his rookie contract, obviously. So, um, I'm not in love with Jaylen Warren dynasty. I'm not any running back that can't really get to the starting role during rookie contract is not a dude that I'm, like, overly interested in dynasty. That's probably the way I'll put it. Like, most of the running backs that get hype in dynasty get hype because they have some sort of path. It might not be obvious or it might not be, um, a high percentage, but, like, realistically, there's no chance that Jaylen Warren seizes the starting role if Najee's there. Can he take work, and can he actually be more efficient and better than Najee? Yeah, he definitely can because he's explosive and he's a different type of player, but there's just no chance that Warren ever sees any sort of ceiling. Warren equals James Conner, yeah. If Warren ate Warren, he'd become James Conner. I'm looking at some of these wide receivers. Alec Pierce is the guy I found myself drafting a little bit more of. He tested pretty well in Matt Harmon's reception perception, which I was kinda surprised by. I thought he was just like a downfield playmaker. There he goes. MVS is good. Like, he had a shot last year with Mahomes, couldn't do a fucking thing. I'm out on MVS. Chark is kinda interesting. I could see Chark being a player there in Carolina. Jayden Reed, I'm kind of really in on. DPJ, there's a lot of moving parts there in Cleveland. I like Rashid Shaheed. I feel like he might be like the clear 2 there, depending on what happens with Michael Thomas. Either way, he'll be, a pretty present downfield threat. So, Rashid Shaheed is definitely a target for me at these part of the drafts. Kinda like Cole Kmet too, actually. Fuck it. We'll go Shaheed. Shaheed was impressive last year, man. Does my mic sound bad? my mic fucked up, other people? Oh my goodness. Honestly, I've slowed down the content this week or this month because Noah doesn't do content, so I'm only doing 2 pieces of content a week. I do a Tuesday video and a Friday video, and then I do these streams on Monday. In the office, we do a stream on Thursday, and then I do a stream on Saturday. So 3 streams and 2 videos and a vlog. Alright, maybe we do a lot of fucking content, I'm sorry. What are your thoughts on the Giants receivers? Do you think one pulls ahead of the rest and will be fantasy relevant? Well, uh, a lot of interesting players, man. Because like I feel like Darius Slayton has gone completely forgotten, even though he was like a big time playmaker last year. Jalen Hyatt kind of seems like the next version of Darius Slayton. Like they seem like extremely similar players. That was actually, I think, when I did the Jalen Hyatt draft write up in the draft guide. Darius Slayton was like my comp for him, or at least when I watched the tape. Wandale Robinson was semi impressive, but coming back from the ACL. I like Hodgins and I like Paris Campbell as at the moment because Campbell's getting a lot of hype, but Hodgins is probably my most talented player in my head. Even though I'm not overly excited to really draft any of them. I'm sure like one or two of them will be fantasy relevant at some point this year, but we playing pickleball when I come up. I'm down. I don't know who you are. I don't think. Do I? Do I know who you are, Jay? Ooh, Raheem Mostert. Interesting. I feel like he can get cut though. What's the tight end landscape? Ooh, Gerald. I don't hate Gerald Everett either, dude. Like I feel like Gerald Everett is in a spot where any other any other tight end in his position would be getting a fuckload of hype. Like he's tied to Herbert in a really good offense right now. You have Kellen Moore coming over, who's someone who's like absolutely made Dallas tight ends super relevant, even the ones that are not that athletic. I kind of like Everett down here. Who's wide receiver one in NC for Young? That's tough. This is one of those situations super clear that it's not going to be. I highly doubt it's going to be the same guy at the end of the year as it is the beginning of the year. It's difficult to predict when they have like a very clear division of young guys, like veterans, and very new guys. You know what I mean? So it's like it might be Adam Thielen for the first 4 weeks of the season, and then it might be Jonathan Mingo the last 6 weeks of the season. So depending on how you look at those players, um, I think they can break out. I kind of look at it similar to New York, man, to the Giants. Probably a little bit more talented because you have. It wouldn't surprise me if any of Adam Thielen, DJ Chark, Terrace Marshall, or Jonathan Mingo were the leading receivers in Carolina by the year's end. You know, I think they're like a better version of what they're going on in New York with a more accurate quarterback, most likely. So I've actually been taking shots on all of them. I'm fine with all of them. Whoever's the cheaper of the bunch is probably the guys that I like to um, are the guys that I typically like to draft in these formats. What do you think about Taysom this year? Same fucking thoughts every year. I don't know what to think, dude. I don't know. I'll draft him sometimes just because every year I miss out on the weeks that he goes crazy, and I just feel like a fucking idiot when I don't have him on any of my teams. Jalen Hyatt camp news hasn't been great. Nope, it has not. I'm interested to see if anyone from this Tennessee offense really succeeds in the NFL. It was such a goofy offense that just led to crazy statistics between him and Cedric Tillman and Hendon Hooker. Like it should be an interesting look back exercise in a few years. All right, we're almost on the clock. We have our second tight end. All right, now we have a lot of options of the guys that we've been talking about, pretty much. So let's put some of those words to the test. Do we have another running back we like? No, not really. So we have Chark, we have DPJ, we have Hyatt, we have Campbell. Like Hyatt's for sure not even close to the guy that I would draft here. I like Chark enough. He's been good at the NFL level before, and now with a real QB, he could be good again, I think. I'll take Shark here and see what happens. I like the hype of Paris Campbell too. I like what I'm hearing out of there. Where there's smoke, there's fire. You're hearing a lot of it. There's usually good things that come. Isaiah Spiller breakout year 2 for LAC. I mean, th there's, like, no logical reason to actually think that, you know? So, like, if I were to actually say that, I feel like it wouldn't even make sense. Like, based on what, you know? He showed fucking nothing last year. Just checking in. Or is it gonna watch from the start? But damn, it's a great idea. Yeah, it doesn't turn out so great. If you sold Jahan Dotson in Dynasty, would a 24 first and future third be enough? Um yeah, I'm okay with getting out from Dotson for a 24 first. If it's, like, projected to be, you know, the 112 or the 111, I'd probably think about it, but I'm okay with that. I don't Dotson's gonna be a good player for a long time, but, like, is there any promise that he's gonna be better than, you know, Sterling Shepard at his peak or anything like that? You know what I mean? Like, he's clearly behind Terry, and he's gonna be behind Terry for a very long time. Terry obviously got that contract extension, so it's like what's his best case scenario in a given season, you know? What, 1,000 yards, uh, fucking 7 touchdowns, something like that. Maybe it's better. Maybe I'm not giving him enough hype, but, like, people need to be realistic. Just because a player is good, he's a good route runner, does not mean he's gonna have 1,400 yards from fucking scrimmage and 11 touchdowns. So, those kind of numbers don't really move the needle for me, whereas, like, a future first, you know, future firsts are kinda like lotto picks, man. Like, that could be anywhere from the 111. Something can go wrong with that team, and it all could be the 103. Do you agree? Uh-oh, StreamYard, why are you busting out on me right now? Hide the comment. Give me a second, share the screen. Do you agree with Pete O on the handcuffing of running backs from certain teams like Washington, Miami? I don't really know what you're referring to be honest. I don't, like, follow along with, like, best ball Twitter. Like, I don't know what the popular things are that are happening on best ball Twitter. I'm not someone who typically likes to handcuff running backs, in best ball drafts, so no. I like handcuffing running backs in season long drafts, which has always been the opposite of what people say, but I'm a big fan of that. All right, we're bike up. We're not taking another QB. Gainwell in the 16th round, I'm kind of fine with here. Yeah, that's probably where I'll go. I don't hate Hayden Hurst here either. Hayden Hurst, another guy from Carolina that, like, realistically wouldn't be shocked if he finished as, like, the second or third target there. Thoughts on Jake Ferguson? Actually, fucking, I mean, the last video I made out, he was literally on the thumbnail. So I talked about him. I mean, like, there's not many thoughts on Jake Ferguson. It's more so looking at the opportunity he might have. You know, it's more so looking at, like, okay, Dallas clearly needs a tight end. Dallas has always produced well at tight end as it relates to fantasy. Um, so take your shots there. I'm not overly excited about Jake Ferguson, but he's definitely worth drafting considering the opportunity at hand. Without giving away too much strategy, what are your favorite targets in the last 5 rounds of Underdog? I feel like I answer this most drafts. Last 5 rounds. That's a lot of players. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14th round. I'll just, like, quickly skim through the players that are left on the board right now. At QB, I like Sam Howell. I like Desmond Ritter. And I don't hate Baker Mayfield, actually. At running back, the guys that are left right now, Pierre Strong's okay. Zamir White, I feel like they need some sort of breather back there in LV. Dwayne McBride is a guy that I fucking really like. That's probably it of those dudes. DPJ, I'm fine with here. Chase Claypool, even with the bad reports. Terrace Marshall, I really like. Another Carolina guy. Absolutely love Michael Wilson. Who else we got? That's really it for right now. Love me some Tyler Scott. Tight ends, Hayden Hurst, already have him there. Luke Musgraves, I'm fine with. Isaiah Likely, I absolutely fucking love too. I don't know. There's just something in my gut, in my stomach. Something in my stomach that tells me Isaiah Likely is gonna be a league-winning pick this year. Getting Cup at 7 is wild. If Stafford stays healthy, he's having another wide receiver 1 year. Yeah, I'm very much in on Cup this year as a top 5 guy. That AI shit was terrible. Yep. Yep, it was. Alright, we need another tight end. Could probably use another running back given how shitty our fucking running back group is. Ugh, I guess Pierce Strong just seems like so many things need to break right for him to be relevant. We already have a Carolina receiver. I'm just gonna keep drafting Michael Wilson fucking everywhere. Oh my god, I need a shower so bad. Boy. Yeah, so if you guys wanna draft with us, again, all you gotta do is join the Discord. We throw the links to draft, we stream 3 times a week. I'll turn notifications on YouTube. Um, and when you do that, you could join these drafts, draft with us, be in the chat, hang out, whatever. And if it's your first time on Underdog, make sure you use code BDGE when you sign up. That'll get you a 100% deposit match on whatever you throw down. All right. Whew. On to the last round. I like that Puka pick. We got Ritter. We got Tank Dell, Pierre Strong, Luke Musgrave, Mac Jones, Trey McBrizzy, Puka, Nakua. Some sharp picks here. I like those picks. Let's see what we got. We still got a couple of our guys chilling. I feel like we should probably hit another running back. God, this is bad. Mm, mm. All right, let's take Zamir White just because I feel strongly that he's the RB2 there. I like Dwayne McBride much more as a runner, but I kind of look at the spectrum like there are highs and lows, right? Like there's a chance that Dwayne McBride is a 2 there. But there's also a chance that he's the number 4 there. There's a chance he gets cut. You know what I mean? Like, so I feel a little bit better about the sure things here, especially when you're playing in a 12-man league. If you're playing in a tournament style on Underdog, which they do, they have a ton of different tournaments that are guaranteed cash prize. You're playing for first, second, fourth place, whatever. Then you can get a little more risky. You can start putting together a team that has more upside towards it, or what you're looking for is more risky players, but more fruitful players. Whereas Amir White's probably not that guy. Dwayne McBride might be, but this is a regular 12 team half PPR league where I'm just playing against the other 11 guys. So I feel better about having a Zamir White in the lineup. Whew. All right. Well, that's going to wrap up the draft. Here is the team: Joe Burrow and DJ at QB, Jameer Gibbs, DeAndre Swift, James Cook, Elijah Mitchell, Kenneth Gainwell, Zamir White at running back. At wide receiver, we got Cooper Kupp, Devontae Adams, Deebo Samuel, Chris Godwin, Sky Moore, Rashid Shaheed, DJ Chark, Michael Wilson, tight end, Darren Waller, Gerald Everett. Honestly, not terrible given the constraints for the first 10 rounds, but our running backs could definitely be fucking 1,000 times better. All right. Who's y'all's Cooper Kupp this year? I mean, there's never a Cooper Kupp, bro. I remember specifically so many pieces of content last summer that kept saying Juju Smith-Schuster was last year's fucking Cooper Kupp. Oh my god, it's so funny just how bad people are in this industry. Like everyone is. Everyone's bad, myself included. Which is why I never take this shit too seriously. Because for every time I get serious about being like I'm better at this than you, there are 95 takes on Twitter or on YouTube of me getting shit wrong, and that goes for everybody here. How often are the interns going to be in? Well, one of them will be here 24/7. The other 2, probably twice a week, maybe 3 times a week. I haven't set their schedule yet, but next week will be their first week in here. Boy. Oh, hell yeah, there's a new Saw movie coming out in October. Let's go. Alright, I'm outta here. I love you. Thank you guys for hanging out. Go download the Underdog app, use code BDGE when you do it.